Welcome to our Process Pundi podcast, where we bring you conversations and insights on a variety of topics. From business processes and process flow to management and process improvement, we aim to provide you with informative and analytical discussions. Whether you're a business leader, an engineer, or someone looking to improve your problem-solving skills, this podcast will provide practical tools and strategies to help you think more creatively and strategically. So put on your thinking caps, and join us for the 6 Thinking Hats podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. In each episode, we explore different perspectives and ideas. We explore the world of creativity, innovation, and problem solving. In each episode, we dive into the powerful thinking technique known as 6 Thinking Hats, developed by Dr. Edward de Bono. The technique involves wearing different hats to approach a problem from various perspectives, such as analytical, creative, and emotional. We discuss how this method can be applied in different scenarios, from personal decision-making to team collaboration in the workplace. Additionally, we'll discuss some of the criticisms and limitations of the method, and how it can be adapted to suit different situations and personalities. 6 Thinking Hats is a powerful problem-solving and decision-making technique developed by Edward de Bono. The approach involves looking at a situation or problem from 6 different perspectives, each represented by a different thinking hat that a person or group can metaphorically wear. Brainstorming is one of the most effective and widely used methods to kickstart innovation. Brainstorming sessions can be organized anywhere, from the office workspace to the boardroom. However, the sessions are not always equally effective. This is usually due to a lack of leadership or because of conflicts. The 6 different frames of mind, 6 thinking hats, are identified in the shape of a hat, and each of the hats is a different color. Here are the 6 thinking hats. First one, white hat. This hat represents objective thinking, focusing on the available information and facts. It involves analyzing the available data and looking for gaps in knowledge. Consider only available information. What are the facts? The white hat pushes all available information and data to be considered forward. This includes information both from within and outside the scope of the discussion or brainstorming session. This delays the assessment of this data. The second one, red hat. This hat represents emotional thinking, focusing on intuition and feelings. It involves expressing emotions and opinions about the topic at hand. Emotions, intuitive reactions or expressions of feelings, but no justification required. The red hat is the emotions hat. Whenever this hat is worn, the emotional thinking process is targeted. Emotions can be both positive and negative. Examples of positive emotions include joy, happiness, admiration, enthusiasm, and expectation. Negative emotions include, for example, disappointment, jealousy, cynicism, or anger. More neutral emotions would be curiosity and intuition. The objective behind wearing the red hat is to address the credibility of the emotions that play a part in a certain discussion. Third one, black hat. Judgment, logic applied to the identification of mistakes or barriers, looking for a mismatch. This also includes critical evaluations. The black hat is the hat of caution. This also includes critical evaluations. All shortcomings of the concept that is up for discussion are noted. The scope of the problem is maximized, through which the worst-case scenario can be found. The moment this hat is worn, the participant is required to play devil's advocate. This hat represents critical thinking, focusing on potential risks, problems, and negative aspects. It involves analyzing potential problems, obstacles, and risks. Fourth one, yellow hat. This hat represents optimistic thinking, focusing on the potential benefits and opportunities. It involves exploring potential benefits and positive aspects. Positive view, logic applied to the identification of opportunities, looking for harmony. The yellow hat is the hat of positivity. The wearer of this hat is required to bring forward as many positive aspects related to the subject as possible. It is vital that, whilst wearing this hat, positivity is encouraged at all times. The focus is on how something works, not on how it doesn't work. Fifth one, green hat. This hat represents creative thinking, focusing on generating new ideas and solutions. It involves brainstorming, exploring new possibilities, and thinking outside the box. Creativity, statements of provocation and investigation, hearing what an idea is about. The green hat is the hat of ideas. Feasibility and judgment are temporarily set aside when this hat is worn, ensuring participants are free to generate as many ideas in the scope as possible. Blue hat. This hat represents strategic thinking, focusing on the big picture and the overall process. It involves organizing the thinking process, setting objectives, and defining the next steps. Thinking about thinking. The blue hat is about the flow of the brainstorming session or discussion itself. Thinking about thinking is also referred to as metacognition. The agenda and timeline are also part of this. How long do the sessions take? When do you need to wear a particular hat, and for how long? The group's controller should wear the blue hat for as long as the session takes. The 6 thinking hats method examples. The human, natural way of speaking and interacting is often a combination of different thinking hats, as established by the Bono. For example, someone might say, "This idea ties in with our strategy and could strengthen our market position, but I don't know if the cost is acceptable or if our customers will love the idea." This sentence flows from a white hat, in line with the strategy, to a yellow hat, improving the market position, to a red hat, customers may not like it. In blue hat, you can consider 1. We will talk about this problem for 1 hour. 2. What are the benefits of this plan? Let's put our emotions to the side for a moment. We will take action when it's time for the red hat. In a white hat, you can consider 1. What will the costs be to produce 1 unit of the product? 2. Over the past year, the turnover has increased by 20%. In green hat, you can consider 1. Instead of opening the factory in New York, we could also upgrade the one in India. 2. Are there any other options we have not yet considered? In yellow hat, you can consider 1. Can we save on products and energy to cut costs? 2. Our sales team has many years of experience in selling solar products. In red hat, you can consider 1. Finishing this project next week makes me happy. 2. The results from this research make me angry! 3. Data shows our customers are afraid of a change in the recipe. With the current capacity we can never expand that quickly. This idea has many advantages. What problems does it involve? The 6 thinking hats method has several advantages and disadvantages. The 6 thinking hats method is properly defined. It stimulates parallel thinking. The Bono method provides structure to a brainstorming session or meeting. The method stimulates team engagement and performance. Disadvantages of the 6 thinking hats. 1. Applying the method in a team is time-consuming. 2. In using the method, people can still disagree strongly and there can even be conflicts about different perspectives. We hope you find this episode informative and valuable, and that it inspires you to think more critically and effectively in your work and life. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing, because learning is never-ending process. That's all for this episode of 6 Thinking Hats. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. For more information you can subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button.